last time on Ace Attorney. Now that we're actually ready to go, we discovered the unlikely attempted murderer in this case, which was pretty fucking sick. That was cool. It's not the character
Also
that I
lit up
expected.
for a nice big think.
Yeah, we had a
But
a
I think what's
huge
funny,
think about it.
yeah, what's so funny is that you were so sure that it was Gyaradev without stopping to think that this case happens between cases 4 and 5 of the first game, and
You're
Gyaradev
right.
shows up in the case.
You're right.
Game.
But I was just following the trail, you know, like I think I was getting there. It required some work, but I was getting there mentally, and the fact that I followed that train of thought, and then you were just like, but what about Olive? You didn't even say, but what about Olive? You just gave me a little hint, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, are you sure about that?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, this is a great case. I can't believe Olive Green is a serial killer who's killed like 80 people in London. She's my pathetic little meow meow, and I love her. The cogs were turning. It is true. Okay. I want to play Ace Attorney. I'm so ready.
Joyful, jubilant jumping jacks.
Oh, Mr. Natsume. I'm so pleased for you.
Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, and non-locum judicial assistant Mr. Kotoba Esquire.
Man.
Every he's like my fucking. So have you seen BoJack Horseman, Luka?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, first of all, you would like it. Second of all,
I would.
Amy Sedaris, like a comedian, does a voice in that.
Oh yeah.
And the writers often bully her because she's really good at tongue twisters. So the writers will bully her by giving her the most tongue twistery lines possible.
I love that.
And it's so funny. And I feel like Natsume is that for me.
That's
giving me tongue twisters.
That's literally Soseki's whole thing.
Yeah.
And you're fucked.
I'm so fucked.
You're so fucked.
Now, finally, at long last, there can be proof. Proof that I'm innocent, and proof that my tea is innocent.
Which is more important.
Yes. The tea.
Oh!
Good morning, my dear fellows.
She heard about the tea and showed up.
Every time Sholmes is on screen, it's a jump scare.
A white man jumps. A white man.
A white guy. What's up? What's going on?
Hairlock stones. May you drink my tepid tea and fall forever silent.
Wow, dude. Okay.
I hope you die.
I hope you die. I thought the tea was innocent.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you came. How wonderful.
How wonderful indeed.
Please save your derision. I know what you're all thinking.
Saved your delusion.
Good morning, he says, when it's very nearly time for luncheon.
Luncheon. Fuck you.
Your scone is written clearly across your faces.
I wasn't thinking that at all. Nobody said or thought anything of the sort.
The truth is, I was determined that today would be the day. As sleep seduced me last night, I thought. Tomorrow, for once, I shall not oversleep. I'll rise early and be present in court to support my companions. Such spirited determination has a beauty of all its own, does it not?
Oh, yes.
But you're late.
And then, I began to muse on the subject. Why do people oversleep, I queried. Why, time after time, do they make the same foolish blunder?
Because sleep is so fucking good, dude. Like,
it really is.
It's so good.
Man.
Feels
good.
Better.
It feels better the more important the thing you have to get up for.
Exactly. It's so true.
Like, there is no better feeling in the world when the stars align. When you wake up and you're ready to get up to go do something, and you receive like a text or an email or something that says the thing is canceled. You get to stay in bed.
I get to go back to sleep, and I get to scroll Tumblr for an hour, and like
the feeling of going back to sleep after you were expecting to get up is unparalleled.
That's you know what, that's the meaning of life right there. Like that's what it's all about. Man, sleep is great.
That's so good. And the answer came to me all at once. It's so delightfully simple. People oversleep because they sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is that not an astute insight into the matter?
I'm so smart. I'm a special boy.
He's so stupid.
Oh, yes.
I love how every single time he appears in a new scene, Susato starts out so gung-ho and enthusiastic that
She's
her
like,
favorite.
oh.
And then by the end of the scene, she's like, oh yeah.
Oh, right, he's an idiot.
Upon which realization, I attempted an experiment. I didn't sleep a wink all night.
Great.
He was straight dorking it.
And the results?
My peanuts.
My peanuts!
By first light, I was exhausted and began to be assailed by fits of drowsiness.
Demons! Shocking.
The sleep goblins are after him.
Yeah, the sleep demons are gonna get ya.
And so, the conclusion of last night's experiment is this. A good night's sleep is simply quite essential.
I love how concerned Susato looks.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, he's gonna die, isn't he? Yes, I think most of us probably knew that already.
What others presuppose, I prove by experimentation. That, my dear fellow, is the scientific method.
I guess. You're not wrong, it's just really stupid.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. Do you remember this?
That's my health potion.
That's my air up bottle.
No, that's a
I'm
scam.
so sorry. They
It's
don't
a
get a
scam.
free sponsor. No, I know. It's just so wild.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, of
it's like, no, that's me.
Yeah,
the
that's
air up thing is so fucking wild. You just put this little scented thing in your bottle, and yeah, that makes water taste
I was
good.
feeling the hell out of it. I almost.
I know. I
Well,
saw like so many channels that I followed, like sponsored by this thing, and I'm like,
Oh, well,
the
they must like it.
the logic made sense, because like it is true that a lot of taste is smell, but it's just like they're just putting perfume on a piece of paper and selling it to you for like $80, and it's like, okay, dude, I'm not doing that. Yeah, crazy. I can't remember what the channel was that did the video that it was a scam, but go watch.
Oh
that
yeah,
video.
they did like. I think I watched that one
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And he tries it out, except he's like really sensitive to
To smell.
certain and like mouth feels. I think so. He was like trying not to gag for some of it.
Oh yeah.
But even his friends thought it was really weird and
Yeah.
not great.
Let that be a lesson to us all. Never buy anything advertised on YouTube.
It's honestly true, unless it's like NordVPN, in which case like that's fine. But there are cheaper alternatives also that you could use. NordVPN is too expensive for what it actually provides. Anyway,
Plus, I'm pretty sure they sell their user data like short.
they absolutely sell their user data. That's why you gotta go with like a fucked up Russian VPN.
Yeah, honestly, the VPN that I am super fond of. Have you ever heard of Tunnel Bear?
No.
It's a pretty darn good VPN.
Well, you should link me that.
I will link you that, and I'll actually link. There's one that's even better than that, but I'm not sure if they like people talking about it, so I won't mention it on stream.
You got it.
Yeah, like you said, obscure Russian ones, right?
You use Pia, like Gift Pia, the Dreamcast game? No, you don't mean that. Anyway, I want to play Ace Attorney.
Let's go faster, right?
Yes, of course. It's the poison that Miss Green was about to drink at the hospital yesterday. Oh, you didn't manage to.
It was a laborious task, as the bottle was near empty. But such inconveniences do not hinder Sholmes. I managed to confirm that it contained strychnine.
So I was right.
Perhaps, though of course, such circumstantial evidence doesn't prove Miss Green's guilt. I shall leave the bottle in your care now, but licking the inside of the neck is not recommended.
Sholmes,
Did you lick it?
did you lick it? Phoenix Wright is like, I feel some kinship with Sholmes as like people who have eaten very dangerous things for basically no reason.
Is this evidence? Oh.
I still can't believe your reaction to seeing him eat that, Luka.
He eated it! Mina?
Yeah, you said it as a joke. I brought you some important evidence, but I eated it. And then like 3 lines later, you're like, he actually ate it! You yelled so loud it like peaked your microphone.
Yeah,
so
it was, God, that was, fuck Ace Attorney, so good. Is this olive green? Do you know Meaner?
Mystery person.
Mystery person.
Can I have a word?
Oh, it's Gregson!
Oh.
Also green.
For one line, Gregson had this high-pitched anime girl voice.
Yeah, he did it to confuse us.
He was adorable for one second.
Yeah.
To bamboozle you.
He did it like, you know that one Bill Murray story where he eats somebody's french fry?
Yeah.
And it's like that. Gregson's like, nobody will ever believe you.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Gregson, how good of you to come.
Forget it. Excuse me. Wait a minute, Inspector.
I changed my mind.
So actually, this bitch is here. I'm leaving. I, don't wish to make a nuisance of myself. From the look on your face, I'd say it's someone else who you think is making a nuisance of himself.
My dear Inspector, please speak freely. Pretend that I'm not here.
Believe me, if I could do that, life would be a whole lot simpler for me.
Do you have the results, Inspector, of the investigation of Mr. Shakespeare's room?
Not yet. Shouldn't be long now, though. No, I'm here about something else. That dead convict, actually. Oh, you mean the man from this newspaper article we discovered yesterday in Mr. Shakespeare's room? What about him?
A man by the name of, oh yes, Selden.
Selden. I went through the archives at the yard and dug out the fellow's file. There's something in there that, well, it caught my eye.
Something caught your eye? What, Inspector? What?
She's just shaking
Shakes
him.
you.
I've copied out the relevant parts for you, so you can read it for yourselves. Thank you. That's more helpful than you've been all game, Gregson.
Hooray, a scrapbook.
Yay.
These documents.
Documents that I should probably read.
These documents.
18 counts of burglary, 6 counts of suspected murder, died of natural causes whilst in prison, his final moments witnessed only by his cellmate. Cool. The estimated 1,000 pounds worth of loot he stole remains unrecovered. Yep, that sounds right. Manchester Strangeways Prison announced the death of convicted murderer and burglar Selden by natural causes in the early hours of this morning. He had been suffering with fever since the end of October, alerted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate. Medical staff arrived to find him already dead. Why this is not... I'm trying to I mean, I guess they're just giving me this as evidence so I can present it at some point, because I didn't have it before. But I technically did. So I had this. I don't know why I need this. It includes the newspaper article as well. Why do I have this even now?
You'll see.
Alright. You'll all see.
Include the details that were in the newspaper cutting we found in Mr. Shakespeare's room.
They do.
I'll rearrange everything in the court records so we don't have duplicate information.
Oh. The thing the thing I was just complaining about. Why are you giving us...
Hold on, I'll
Yeah,
fix
like,
it.
give it a sec. Like, I'm working on it, bitch. Why are you giving us a copy of this important file, though? Well, you're the ones who turned up the clue in the first place, aren't you? I'm just making sure things get handled in the proper fashion.
Oh, Scotland Yard's workings are so wonderful.
Indeed, my dear fellows. And the inspector here is a shining diamond in its crown.
You're so right. A shining diamond. In the rough, maybe. Ha! Get it? Because it's Britain? And it sucks? And it sucks to be here? Yeah.
It was really bad in
It's really bad in here, y'all. Look, I just don't want to be beholden to a lawyer, that's all. But, okay, bye.
Counsel for the defense and the defendant.
I feel like we do a different voice for the bailiff every time.
I do.
It's a different bailiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Court proceedings are about to resume. Make your way to the courtroom at once. Well, I shall leave you then.
Goodbye.
I'll be listening with interest from the public. Not nothing of it all. Certainly not.
Never. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm rather tired of seeing Mr. Mustache in floods of tears personally, so the best of luck.
God, dude, yeah.
It's really annoying.
God, same. Like, I just want this man to be able to live.
Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
Yes, Mr. Natsume?
It's time, isn't it?
Yes, this is it. Miss Olive Green and Mr. William Shamspeare. This is going to be the final battle. The final battle. We'll never go to court again. I won't really have saved Soseki-san until I've exposed the whole truth of everything that's been going on. But it's all coming to a head now. You can do it, Ryunosuke. You have to.
Ganbatte.
Ganbatte, Ryunosuke-chan.
Ganbatte.
Oh yeah, I fucking forgot about Quinby again. She's so hot.
She really is.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again now. Before the recess, we heard a most startling accusation from the defense. Namely, that the victim of the case we heard here only a few days ago is the true perpetrator of this incident.
This fucking guy.
This
fucking guy. You can't say that this is prejudiced, guy. You don't get to say that.
A reckless, rash, and prejudiced charge of wrongdoing, in my opinion, my lord. However, the prosecution has tried to extend every courtesy to this amateur newcomer from dubious eastern shores.
Okay, man. Okay, dude. We gotta talk to you, like, on the side.
I'm, like, kind of glad they didn't tone down his racism in the localization.
Yeah.
Like, it is truer to life. Like, they're, you know... London still is pretty fucking...
It's accurate, and it's not often that you play a game where you are the victim of it.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, you know, an indie game, basically. Or a David Cage game, I guess. I guess. You could say
it's
that.
not the racism, they are the robots.
They are...
It be the racist against the robot.
What was the phrase that he said?
I have a dream.
No, it's like he just said it's not about race.
Yeah.
And I'm like, buddy, you got a Martin Luther King Jr. quote in your fucking video game.
I made the bad game.
He made the bad game. He did it.
Is he French?
He is French.
Oh.
Yes. Not Quebec French either. Motherfucker French, as we like to call it in Canada. Yeah, fuck, I'm gonna have to play one of his games soon. I'm not fucking happy about it. Emotions.
The more polygons you have, the more emotions you can show.
I am going to blow LA Noire out of the water. And then he fucking didn't. Which is funny, because LA Noire also sucks.
But LA Noire is a funnier game than
it's
any
so...
of David Cage games were allowed to
Okay, I don't think that's true.
But
his
like,
games are very funny.
They can be very unintentionally funny, but I don't think there's anything on the level of the just like the crazy faces that the characters.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's true. You are right.
Or just that one interaction, like you fuck little boys, Senator.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Yeah, you know what? LA fucking David Cage could never do that.
Yeah,
he could never.
He could never make that land.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ragdolling in LA Noire is great too. That's true. I've always remember that clip of Wooly walking down the street in LA Noire, and he's like, "Fuck you, I'm a cop." And a car hits somebody. All the physics turn off, and it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Go watch the Super Best Friends LA Noire playthrough. It's good, and it has jokes about race equal to jokes we make when Charles is here. Thank you for that backhanded consideration. Rather cold assessment from the honorable British prosecutor, I must say.
Even
So-
the judge is like, damn, that was
It's
racist.
like, damn, dude, chill. So, Lord Van Zeeks, is the new witness present and ready to take the stand?
Ready and waiting in the witness's antechamber, my lord.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the witnesses in. All of them at the same time. Oh, all of them at the same time. Oh, both of them.
Two of them.
Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court, please.
I guess Soseki isn't a witness and Gregson isn't either. Even if they have
Yeah.
been on the witness stand. Oh, God.
William Shakespeare, my liege. For name occupation, I can say only.
I had to brace myself really quick because I remembered him.
That I be a tragic victim to be pitied.
Yep, that's your
so
job.
You're a bum.
You're a bum. You got no job. You're throwing yourself into traffic so people lightly bump you with their car.
Currently unemployed, in other words.
There we go. Get wrecked. Get a job. Aw.
I want to know how he's. Oh yeah, you know, I was gonna say I want to know how he's paying his rent. And then I remember he's not.
Yeah, he's literally not.
He's not, and he's stealing gas.
Yeah, he's literally 3 months behind on his rent.
He's basically homeless.
He just got there.
Yeah. Maybe he does like Shakespeare in the park and just puts out a little like tin can for people to throw quarters into.
And nobody's giving him money for that. Otherwise, he'd have coins for gas.
William Slippin' Willie shit. Oh my god.
God.
Thank you for that.
Oh my god. I'm Olive Green. I'm a fledgling artist. Well, no. Not a fledgling, really. A hopeless failure who's too weak-spirited to admit she has no talent, I suppose.
Man, I'm gonna feel so bad convicting this.
Also currently unemployed, in other words.
Oh my god.
What a coterie. Mr. Shakespeare.
My lord, I am thy humble servant.
God, I hate this guy. I'm afraid that you are no longer merely the victim in this affair. The possibility has been raised that you are in fact the assailant, intent on taking the life of your fellow lodger. What? What? Olive Green would go to jail for this, right? Because that was attempted
probably.
murder.
I mean, really, do they give a Nobel Prize for attempted chemistry?
Also a joke from LA Noire, if I recall correctly. Wow, Super Best Friends play LA Noire.
I mean, yeah, it's from The Simpsons.
Fuck!
like
Of
everything.
course,
Matt
like
said.
like everything Matt says. God damn it. That's another. Yeah, that's another one of those lines that Matt said that I thought was a him joke. Nope. Simpsons did it. Fuck. God damn it. Can't do that. The part you have played in this whole business will be thoroughly scrutinized, I assure you.
I would for naught else, my lord.
And Miss Green,
Yes.
you are aware of the reason you have been summoned to this courtroom today, I presume.
Yes, the officer did explain.
Did you try to kill this man? Oh.
He said I poisoned this ridiculous buffoon. And I'll fucking do it again.
Oh, I did not expect that. And? Do you accept the charge, Miss Green? Like, no, obviously not.
I don't know anything about any poisoning.
I ain't a snitch.
And I don't know anything about this man.
I don't believe you.
Come, lady. Die to live.
Die.
Die.
Come,
He came to the
lady.
hospital when I was
Die.
sick and called me thick.
He did.
Verily, I know not thy prickly pea-pigmented personage.
Y'all really seem to not like each other, though. Very well. Let us proceed with the matter at hand. That being to ascertain whether or not Miss Green has any involvement in this affair.
It's all very strange. Very strange indeed. Why would you suspect me?
I'm just a little birthday girl.
I'm just a sad little failure artist.
I know.
No one follows me on Twitter.
Oh no, she has like one follower and it's a porn bot.
I barely ever go to the East End anyway.
But you were there! Don't even pretend you weren't!
It so happens that I passed by that neighborhood 6 days ago, that's all. And on the night that this man was poisoned, I was still in hospital, fighting for my
Well,
life.
you don't have to have been there.
Yes, having been unfortunately caught up in the incident in the street outside of the Garadeb household.
Fenseeks, unless you want to sell me on the idea that Garadeb did this, I'm not listening.
An incident that rendered you unconscious for some 3 days.
Anyway, it wouldn't take much convincing. I was already thinking it.
I was struck in the middle of my back by a knife, through no fault of my own, and now I'm under suspicion?
You know what I'm just now thinking? They should have done a joke like in Snake Eater, where there would be some way to cause a paradox, and you'd get a game over.
Yeah.
That would be so
That'd be
good.
so funny.
What other irrelevant things that might I be suspected of? It's all very disturbing.
Did you steal gas? Their energies may be better spent worrying about random knife attacks, I feel, Miss Green. It wasn't a knife attack. Like, come on. Well, it was an attack. Okay, yeah, it was a knife attack.
It was a sick Call of Duty bank shot.
Yeah, like, it wasn't a knife attack on her. At this point in time, all that appears to connect you with Mr. Shamspeare's lodgings is the Briar Road incident of 6 days ago. That's why we would like you to testify formally now about exactly what happened.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The incident 6 days ago? You mean you want me to relive that awful accident?
That just reminded me, I started playing Street Fighter 6. Chun-Li
yeah?
is so fucking hot in Street Fighter 6. It's crazy.
She's in her MILF era fully now.
She's so hot now, and I don't know if I like her Street Fighter 6 voice. I'm not sold on it.
At least they got an Asian woman to voice her.
Yes,
finally.
that's true. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to fit. I don't know. I want her to sound like an Asian grandma almost. Honestly, I want her to sound like my Asian grandma.
She's voiced by Jenny Kwan now, who I think voiced someone in Avatar. I can't remember if it was Suki or Mei Li.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 second, double checking it.
Lila, everybody got to get back to the lab in Street Fighter 6. I'm gonna be in there. We're gonna do streams of it. It's gonna be good. I gotta get back into Strive 2 now, because Abba's here. Is Abba out, or was she just announced?
Oh, yeah, she came out.
She came out?
Congrats for her.
Congrats to her.
Yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah. Jenny Kwan was Suki in Avatar.
Which one's
Last
Suki
Airbender.
in Avatar? Is that one of the villain bitches that hangs out with Azula?
No, she's the,
She's from the...
the Earth Kingdom.
The girl that Sokka falls in love with.
They taught Sokka to respect women.
Yeah, that taught Sokka how to respect women.
Yeah, Avatar Kyoshi's chosen successor.
Yeah. I actually have to watch Avatar. I've watched, I think, the first season.
I've seen bits of it in kind of order.
I've just never watched the whole thing.
Yeah, same.
It's good. I think this is my hot take. I think it's very, very good. I think people overrate it a little bit.
Well, because they watch it as kids and teenagers.
Yeah, I mean, overrated is such a dumb word because when someone says something's overrated, all it means is that I did not enjoy this thing as much as the people around me enjoyed it. So I don't like using that word, but I definitely see parallels between Avatar: The Last Airbender and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, in that they are often called the best works in their respective like genres or mediums by people who don't really explore much outside of that main.
Do people
like,
say that Full
stuff.
Metal Alchemist is the best anime?
A lot of people do, yeah. I mean,
who the fuck says that?
A lot of people do. I think until recently, I think it had the highest user score on my anime list for like 11 years in a row.
That is ridiculous. There's so much better anime than Full Metal Alchemist. Come on now. Yeah.
It's just like
Gurren Lagann.
People who
the other one.
Like I said, people who dip their toes into the genres of like Western animation and action anime, they see these examples that are done very competently but very straightforward.
Yeah.
And they adore it, and their minds are blown by it, but they don't really ever think to wander much outside of that.
I'm trying to think of what the actual best anime is, and in my brain it might actually be Gurren Lagann.
It's certainly up there.
But I haven't watched Gundam.
Yeah, Gundam is like...
There's definitely, at least a Gundam must be the best anime, right?
I really like, obviously, I'm saying Mina likes Gundam is like a fucking, obvious statement, but, yeah, I think Gundam is a really cool canvas that a lot of really great artists have gotten the opportunity to paint on. You know what
I do actually think is better than Gurren Lagann, and Mina, you're gonna love me for saying this?
What's that?
Digimon Tamers.
Honestly, yeah, Digimon Tamers is fucking
Digimon Tamers is so fucking good. Like, it's
absurd. If you like Tamers, I am begging you to watch Savers.
I know. I literally stopped listening to the Novacast because I was like, no, I gotta watch this for myself. It sounds great.
Yeah. You will mark episode 38. Message me when you see that. You will mark out over the shit that happens in episode 38.
Is it as cool as the Nokia moment in Cyber Sleuth?
Yes.
Oh shit! Okay.
It is framed the exact same way.
Ah, fuck! Okay, oh, wait, my computer fell asleep. Oh, that killed
I've been trying to coax Alcesti into starting Cyber Sleuth recently. And like,
Alcesti, you got
that moment. Yeah, it's so fucking good.
Hold on, I have to reset my Elgato really quick. Because that kills audio. No. I mean, we could go watch that Nokia moment, but it is a spoiler for Cyber Sleuth, and Alcesti's here, so.
It's like the halfway point of the game. It marks the tonal and plot shift of the game. So I think it's better if you experience it fresh.
Oh, I see. The computer going to sleep just turns Ace Attorney's audio off, or not the music, not the
SMT for normal people. I would say it's SMT for freak people, considering how mainstream SMT is these days.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, having played SMT 5 and Cyber Sleuth is way fucking weirder in its plot and character concept than SMT 5 is.
Okay, that's not fair. SMT 5 was made in a culture in which people way much prefer Persona, and it was forged by that.
Yeah, it's not a fair comparison. I just think that, like, there's shit that happens in Cyber Sleuth, and especially Hacker's Memory. I don't even know what you call
have
Hacker's
to play
Memory.
that. It's like the side cool.
Yeah, it's not like I think parallel narrative is probably the best way to put it, because it's mostly happening at the same time as the first game, but parts of it happen before the first game and parts of it happen after the first game. So it's like
PS1 SMT, PS1 era SMT is more offbeat. That is true. Well, I would say that even 3DS era, like Strange Journey, is like that's pretty offbeat too.
Honestly, even SMT4 Apocalypse especially is like, SMT4 Apocalypse is like legitimately a freak game. And
genuinely a freak game. And I love
But we've gotten way off track.
We have. I don't even know how we started.
This happens a lot.
Yeah, it does.
I'm sorry.
That's what happens when
it's okay. I did it earlier too.
That's what happens when Mina and I don't talk for a week.
We need a podcast. For
we
real.
Do. Did we say this line?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I did.
I think Alcesti said it.
Okay. Oh, I should get my cursor off the screen. on both ends. Unfortunately, yes. Please tell the court what happened that day. And, of course, we will be interested to hear from you about your movements that day, too, Mr. Shamspear.
But what happened 6 days ago has nothing to do with me being poisoned.
I don't believe you.
Let us proceed, then. The witnesses will present their formal testimony to the court. On the subject of the incident that took place on Briar Road the evening of the 17th of February.
We do it.
Whoa.
I don't think I can, Lyler. But the music's back, so.
It was 6 days ago. At about 5 p.m., I was walking along in the snow when I was suddenly stabbed in the back.
Sure were.
No, there's paint on that!
No!
Coincidentally, it happened to be just outside the house where the men in this case have their lodgings.
Right.
I was at the tavern on the eve of which thou speakst, for I had bespoke my supper.
It was the first time I'd been in the area. I had a little matter to attend to, that's all.
Okay.
Anyways, I was admitted straight to the hospital, so I knew nothing about all this business.
What matter were you attending to?
Yes, the second incident inside a week at what I believe to be aptly described as the haunted lodgings. One can only presume this is a most unfortunate coincidence.
No.
Meanwhile, you say you were not in your room, Mr. Shamspear. It was the following morn when I did awaken that I learned of the dire events. Mary, what a commotion did the officers of the law make on the floor above mine.
When Saseki-san was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder.
As suspected, there is nothing connecting these two witnesses but happenstance.
It's true, it does seem as though they're unrelated at first glance. But I'm not so sure. There's something lurking in the shadows here. I feel certain of it. And this is my one and only chance to expose it.
Counsel, you may now cross-examine these two witnesses if you wish.
Yes, my lord. Alright. I mean, I know exactly what I'm pressing right away.
Hold it!
What little matter, Miss Green? Please elaborate.
It was nothing really. It's not worth mentioning.
I will decide at that. If you remember, you mentioned it to us yesterday at the hospital. It was related to the card you were holding. Yeah, that was the good one to press right there. I'm so fucking smart. From memory, I believe the card contained a note that read, I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross.
What does that matter? This has nothing to do with Duncan.
Hey, hello? Mr. Shamspear? Mr.
Give
Shamspear!
me the fucking Mario Party sound.
It did make a Mario Party sound. Oh, that's good. Do you have something to share with the court?
To be or not to be, that is the question.
Well, I know that one's right.
Ah, pray forgive me, the great bard's words springeth from within me with ne'er a thought.
Okay. Don't tell me. It's because you're possessed by Shakespeare's spirit, right? Hearing Miss Green's words a moment ago seemed to make you think of something. Something of relevance, perhaps?
Well, nay, sire, 'twas nothing at all.
Presumably you know the name, though. Mr. Duncan Ross, I mean. After all, you were both lodgers in the same house.
I would it were so, but sadly nay. Lodging be a lonely occupation, sire. My lodging fellows be rarely known to me.
They're not your co-workers. Shut up. So you haven't heard of him, even though he passed away in the room just one floor above yours? Did you kill him?
Miss Green.
me, my lord? Have I done something wrong?
Love how she just has a permanent flop sweat affixed to her face.
The card that was mentioned before, containing the note. Do you have it upon your person?
I do, yes. I don't need it anymore. In fact, I should throw it away, really.
Before you dispose of it, the court will take it as evidence, please. We're basically the world's garbage, I guess.
Of course. That's what links Mr. Shamspear and Miss Green. It's Duncan Ross.
Now, continue with your testimony, please, Miss Green.
Okay. I do feel like I should maybe... But is there one that's more relevant?
Well, maybe examine the envelope first.
Oh! You're so right. So I'll examine this part. The envelope has been ripped open rather carelessly, hasn't it? Miss Green strikes me as the type to open correspondence more neatly than that. Ah!
What is it?
The way the envelope is torn. I'm almost sure I've seen that exact shape somewhere else.
Oh, you don't mean... Were you thinking of this piece of evidence, Mr. Naruhodo?
Exactly! That's it! Try to match them up.
Yay! They go together perfectly. This torn off end of the envelope clearly belongs to this card.
Fuck yeah! We do it! Alright, Miss Green, if that is your real name. What if I present?
Maybe, yeah, do it on the other one.
I present to you...
Objection!
No! Okay.
Shit.
Shit. I feel like that's the first time we've lost health in this.
Got the devil
game.
in you.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I think on this... 'cause it's not a coincidence that she was there, right? Or maybe
yeah, I just don't know if that's exactly what they're looking for.
Or... I wonder if it would be on what Shamspear said. But... it doesn't really contradict it.
Maybe press Shamspear's line there?
Good call.
Hold it!
A tavern, you say? Which one?
Was the slug and salad where I did tarry? 'Tis a jewel in the East End. It's a little unexpected, I feel.
What do you mean, Lord Van Zeeks?
The slug and salad offers unusually fine dining, for the locality at least. Not an establishment you'd expect to be patronized by a man with not even a crumb of bread in his room.
Get wrecked!
It's true. The menu lists premium crusts of bread and glasses of water and different levels of cloudiness.
Ew!
I would have expected Grab's Grubber in the local vicinity to be more appropriate for your means.
He's like, you're poor. Shouldn't you be eating at McDonald's?
Yeah, go eat McDonald's, stupid, ugly. Get a new wig.
Get a new wig.
Watery soup and mushy peas, or rather, soupy water and pea like mush.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright, man. You eat it. Also, you are British. All equally appetizing. You got some pay wet.
I just wanted to try some water in a different pub for once. What's wrong with that?
How different can water really be?
Or perhaps there's a more plausible explanation. Specific reason why he had to go to that particular establishment.
To establish an alibi. Agreed. The fact that on that day of all days he dined at a place he wouldn't normally, it does stand out. Did they have a meeting place on the note? I guess we're not allowed to read it. But it says, I know about Duncan Ross, I guess, basically. Which is weird. So Mr. Shamspeare's own actions on the day of the incident 6 days ago were slightly suspicious. I wonder if we have some evidence that can explain those actions. I guess the envelope?
Yeah, to the envelope.
Yeah. Mr. Shamspeare?
Yes, sire.
On the day in question, is it not the case that you visited the Slug and Snail, a place you don't normally patronize, for a very particular reason?
I don't know what you're talking about. Pray, if thou hast some purpose, speakest.
Very well. I will present the court with evidence. Evidence that explains why you had to be at the Slug and Salad that day. Namely, I guess I'll do the corner of the envelope. Right? Hold
on. Yeah, I think either one.
Yeah.
Take that!
They're connected.
Or... Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh,
slow fade of the music that time, just to keep you on your toes. I believe this torn-off piece of envelope reveals the answer. Because it fits together perfectly with the envelope of the card that was submitted into evidence earlier.
Good lord! Miss Green's card, you mean?
That's right, my lord. It reads, I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Come to the Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on 17th. Oh, yeah, right. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance. Mr. Shamspeare, your actions on the afternoon of Miss Green's stabbing are exactly as described in this note. Personally, I find it hard to believe that's a coincidence. Don't you, Mr. Shamspeare?
Well...
Excuse me. Can I say something?
No. Yes, Miss Green.
That card was delivered to me.
Okay.
Doesn't have anything to do with this odd man, does it?
Yes, it obviously does. Well, you'd think so, yes. But it's hard to believe it's merely...
My lord, may I?
May you what, Miss Green?
I'd like to make something very clear about that card.
Okay.
Very well then, we may amend your testimony to include details about the peculiar note.
Alright.
Do I read this?
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Or you can.
Yeah, it is a new line.
Yeah. This note was delivered to me at my address. It's nothing to do with the man next to me here.
But it clearly is. Should I just present that again?
I guess so, yeah. Or maybe the full envelope.
Oh.
Or that works too.
We do it. The day before the incident, exactly 1 week ago now, this note was delivered to your address. And upon carrying out the instructions in the note, you found yourself in hospital.
Yes, I did. It's terrible. Everything that's happened to me.
Yes, it is terrible. If it's all true, that is.
What do you mean?
Miss Green, have a look at this, please. It's the torn-off end of an envelope.
Oh, is it?
Were you listening? Sorry?
What?
And it so happens that it fits together perfectly with the envelope of the note you received.
Where did you find that?
In Mr. Shamspeare's room.
Yeah, in my room.
Mr. Shamspeare, Do you perhaps remember this note from somewhere?
Well...
Good poker face, dude. Your actions that afternoon follow the instructions of the note to the letter. Come to the Slug and Snail on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on 17th. And so that's exactly where you went.
Do they have slugs and salads?
No, they have bread.
It's like Applebee's.
Apparently. The waitresses are slugs. They're slug girls, and it's great. Let me ask you again, Mr. Shamspear. You already knew about this note, didn't you? And you, Miss Green.
What did I do?
Attempted murder, I think. As this torn-off end of the envelope proves, the note was originally in Mr. Shamspear's room. So how is it that it came to be in your possession?
I don't have the first idea. I'm just a fledgling artist.
just
after all.
a little birthday girl. There is only one explanation. You broke into Mr. Shamspear's room and stole it. Fuck this painting.
You did what? Sorry. Thou hast what? Thou were in my room. What on earth do you want with me?
That dick.
Oh, it's hard to do an accent slip.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, very. That is how I read what he's doing there, though. You are doing.
Oh,
it,
it definitely
You are
is,
doing
yeah.
it well.
If I recall correctly, in the Japanese version, he straight up slips into like Kansai dialogue or
Oh,
dialogue
fuck
for
yes.
It starts speaking normally.
Hell yes.
It would seem that both witnesses need to testify again. And tell the fucking truth.
Miss Green.
Yes.
Whilst you have the court's sympathy, I'm sure, for the suffering you have endured in recent events, anyone found to be giving false testimony into a court of law will be duly punished. Please bear that in mind.
I'll kill you personally.
Yes, I know.
No talk me. I angry.
Everyone mean to me.
She literally looks like the emoji. She literally looks like the fucking emoji. One second.
Which emoji?
I'm sending it. This one. In Stream Zone chat.
Oh. In Stream Zone. Oh yeah. The
Yeah.
Angie cat. Yeah. Very cute.
Angie kitty.
What? Did I skip that? Okay, yeah.
Very well, then, witnesses. You will give formal testimony again now on the subject of this curious anomaly regarding the note Miss Green claims to have received.
Let's do it.
I do remember now. 'Twas a week ago, peradventure, that note was delivered unto me. On the day writ therein, I did tarry a long hour at the Slug and Salad, yet nobody came.
Okay.
Thereafter, on the evening I shared the company of a Japanese fellow, I did see the note had vanished.
I don't know what you mean. You think I snuck into this man's room, do you? Why would I? I can point out the villain here. And as for that torn off piece of envelope, I don't know anything about it.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying to me.
You now claim to have received this letter, do you, Mr. Shamspear? Interesting how the story changes.
Faith, 'tis so, my lord. And I would swear to have set it upon the table in my humble lodgings. Yet, 'tis clear to me now that since I returned from the tavern that night, I have not laid eyes upon it.
Well, that being the case, young lady, it would appear that your testimony was...
A lie? Is that what you think? How unfair of you to think I'm the one lying.
No, you are.
I beg your pardon?
I'm using my white woman tears.
Yeah, she is.
I'm just a fledgling artist, as I said, and fledgling artists don't lie. You're gonna dox me? You're gonna dox me? You're gonna call me out on Tumblr? On Twitter? The note was delivered to me at my address, besides. We all know who the liar around here is.
If that's true, Miss Green, how do you explain the facts? This part of the envelope was, without question, found in Mr. Shamspeare's room.
I don't see why I should explain.
Because I'm asking you, and this is a court of law. Sorry?
I'm a fledgling artist. My job here is to just say what happened, that's all.
Yeah, so say what happened and don't lie.
It's your job to give the explanation and the proofs. You, the fledgling lawyer.
Girl, I thought we were friends.
I saved your life.
The fledgling will do his best.
Evidently, my learned friend's cross-examination is our only hope of learning the truth.
Well, counsel.
I'm ready, my lord.
Very well then. The defense will now proceed with the cross-examination of the witnesses.
Miss Green clearly did break into Mr. Shamspeare's room. There can be no question of that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's how she acquired the note.
Yes, two facts that are starting to lead me to a possible explanation for all of this. And it's not a pretty one. Alright. That note. I think he's actually telling the truth. I think at this point he's too actually stupid to lie about this. I think this is actually genuinely true. What? Let's press this. It seems that this note was actually delivered to Mr. Shamspeare about 1 week ago.
Oh, does it?
But for some reason, it ended up in your possession. I can't think of any way that could have happened except for you breaking into Mr. Shamspeare's lodging.
Objection!
But for what reason would the witness have done that?
I don't know! That's not the point!
I won't deny that Miss Green's possession of the note would appear to defy logic.
Yeah, and I'm trying to explain that.
However, until and unless her involvement in this case can be proven in some other way...
Why?!
Any further pursuit of this note is meaningless.
Dude, you are so bad at your job.
I mean, canonically he is, considering the Reaper's curse only exists because he lost enough for people to realize that there's a serial killer targeting the people who got away.
He's so bad at his job. He doesn't even understand what a defense attorney does.
It's so funny. He's canonically terrible at his job.
Oh my god.
A racist cop.
He's just a racist cop.
Like, it's so funny how, like, all the other prosecutors in this series are legendary because, like, they have an amazing win record. He's legendary for having an amazing lost record.
Because he's a fail man. Again, he's so bad at his job that people die because of it. Oh my god. Okay, Steve.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at phone. Such a good iPhone.
Just thought I was playing Fortnite.
Miss Green could only have come to be in possession of the note by stealing it from Mr. Shamspeare's room.
Yes.
And yet, there's no obvious reason why she would have done such a thing.
Which is why I'm asking her questions! What if there was some other reason she broke into his lodgings, though?
Yes, we should pursue that idea, Mr. Naruhodo.
We're close now. I can feel it. We're so close to a breakthrough. Some kind of turnabout, if you will. I can't fucking believe this. Like, we have proof that she was there. It's not up to me to explain why she was there. It's up to her. Like, fuck. But, I mean, we know why she was there. It has something to do with Duncan Ross. But we don't have evidence.
She's asking why would I sneak in, so maybe present the thing that
underneath
she would have snuck in to do.
Or to steal the note?
Well...
Or to poison?
Maybe.
Or all of those?
Objection!